Welcome everybody to our webinar, the first one of the year. This is Ranjini Ragan here with you from CharmHealth, and today we'll be having a webinar entitled Introducing Wholescripts, a professional grade nutritional and herbal dispensary. Before beginning, happy belated New Year to everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful start to your new year. Today, I'm really excited to be presenting to you a webinar by our latest integrative partner, Wholescripts. And today's webinar is all about the Wholescripts supplement dispensary and how it can help you revolutionize the way we approach patient care. We are thrilled to have with us the experts from the Wholescripts team who will share their insights and expertise on this topic. Today, we have Brian Blackburn, the director of Wholescripts. He's Brian Blackburn Jr., actually, and Mike Mahoney, Senior VP of Wholescripts, Dr. James Munro, Wholescripts Medical Director. And I believe it's Wholescripts powered by Zymogen, correct? Is that how you all say it? And Wholescripts is a leading provider of the supplement dispensary solutions, empowering healthcare providers to provide the best possible care to their patients. And in this webinar, you'll hear from the team who will give their unique approach to supplement dispensing. So please sit back, relax, get ready to learn all of Wholescripts' way of implementing and transforming patient care. Looking forward to a fantastic discussion with the Wholescripts team. With that, I will pass the baton over to Brian, I believe.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ranjani. And I will go ahead and share my screen for you. Good, perfect. Okay, yeah, thanks again, Ranjani, and thanks again, CharmHealth, for this just tremendous opportunity to kind of present just a little bit more about what we're doing at Wholescripts and Zymogen. So the theme of the presentation today will be really, why Wholescripts? A lot of times we get questions, what makes you guys different from the competitors? So we've introduced just a lot of cool different concepts, a lot of different initiatives that we're so excited about. And it's finally kind of time to tell everyone about it because we've had it in the works for quite some time. So like I said, the theme will be why Wholescripts, the professional supplement one-stop shop of the future. And leading off will be myself, Brian Blackburn Jr., Director of Wholescripts. I will be followed by Mike Mahoney, who is our National Sales Director. And then last but certainly not least will be Dr. James Munro, who is our Medical Director here. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So who exactly is Wholescripts Zymogen? So we started off as Zymogen in 2003. It was actually a concept introduced by my dad, who you'll see in the photo there on the right. And it was a brand we wanted to bring to the market, mainly for practitioners. We saw a lot of different lines out there that were doing things differently, but we wanted to make this exclusively for the practitioner niche. And that's what we did over time. And really over the years, we were fortunate enough to see some nice growth. The company is completely family owned and operated. Every single person you see in that photo, it works within the company, and that's the whole Blackburn gang there. So it's that true family atmosphere, and we just love coming to work. The culture is great. It's just an awesome camaraderie here, coming to work and just helping people live healthier lifestyles. We were also very honored to be recognized 10 times from Inc. magazine as one of the fastest growing, best run, most innovative, and most inspiring private companies in America. So just very humbling and very blessed to get to be able to do this every day and just come to work and really love what you do. So where are we located? So we are located in Orlando, Florida, very far from where Charm is located. And the picture on the left there is kind of an aerial shot of our Zymogen campus. So we built and opened that facility on the left there in 2012, which includes a manufacturing facility as well. And to kind of keep up with our growth, we acquired the space just next door to here, which brought our grand total to 306,000 square feet. So we kind of like to say we're a campus now, just with everything we got. The space next door includes our pharmacy, which I'm going to touch on in a bit. It also includes a gym for our employees. We have a print shop, a fulfillment shop. We also do logistics for different companies. So just a lot of different moving pieces. And we are open for tours. If you're ever in the Orlando area and would like to come by, we have an open door policy. We love to host people here to kind of show off everything that we're doing and just everything that we have going on here. And then the photo on the right there kind of shows you a couple of our certifications. As I mentioned, we are very, very strict on quality, and we go above and beyond, what's required of us in the industry. So the TGA certification was a very tough one to get, and we're very proud to have that, along with the NSF GMP, to kind of showcase our quality just to everyone out there. So now, what is Wholescripts? So Wholescripts was a concept that we introduced just in early 2020 as COVID was kind of getting started there. So Wholescripts is the e-commerce platform that now is led by the Zymogen brand as well as 100 other professional brands. So this is different in a sense to our competitors, that we are not bringing on 300, 400 brands. This is more a tailor-made platform to our practitioners and what they want to hear. And as Mike is going to kind of talk about in a little bit here, we really listen to our practitioner base and let them dictate, what's on the platform and what they want to see. So we really use a lot of these lines to fill the gaps of product we don't have in the Zymogen line, to provide that true just one-stop shop where you can get anything you're looking for. And some things that really separate us are our innovative technologies, which I'm going to touch on in a bit here with the next couple slides, as well as our integrations like CharmHealth, who are just ecstatic to be integrated with. We also do run frequent promos with our Zymogen brand, as well as our 100 other brands on the platform as well. So the next slide here is just kind of a collage of our top brands you'll see on Wholescripts. So like I mentioned, we are headlined by the Zymogen brand that we started, but you'll recognize some very big name brands on there as well, like Biocide and Botanicals, Quicksilver Scientific, Microbiome Labs, Seeking Health, Gaia Herbs. A lot of these, like I said, are well-established lines that our practitioners were looking to get, and now they can get all these brands in Wholescripts. So just glad that we can finally bring so many great products and brands together under one platform. So MedPack. So this is a hot topic right now. I know a lot of people are asking about this, excited about it. This is really the future of where we see our company going. This is a total game changer. It's just unbelievable the convenience you get with this. So what you're able to do with MedPacks is you're able to put the supplements into these convenient dose packets like you'll see on the left there. And they're able to be customized and personalized to whatever you want to put in there. So just the personalization of these is unreal. You put your name on them. You can put AM, PM, different times of the day. And then they also come in these eco-friendly, space-saving boxes, which completely eliminate a lot of our plastic. We have eliminated so many plastic bottles in our warehouse that it is unbelievable. And we are actually one of the few companies in our industry that is partaking in the Clean Seas initiative, which kind of turns the tide on plastic and really just tries to eliminate as much as possible. And this is a big part of our initiative with the Clean Seas program. So the pharmacy. So we are now a registered pharmaceutical facility here on site. So we are able to add Zymogen formulas as well as third-party brands and then pharmaceutical products into those same dose packets. And like you'll see in the picture on the right as well. So like I said, just the transformative tool here where you really can't get this anywhere else. I mean, to package the pharmaceutical side with the nutraceutical side, we're really trying to cater to those integrative docs that are still, we know a lot like the nutraceutical side, but some patients do need their medication still and their prescription. So we're able to fulfill all their orders under this MedPacks technology, which we're just excited about. And we really think that this will be huge for us moving forward. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mike, who's going to kind of go more into the Zymogen brand and just everything that we are doing on that side. So Mike, if you'd like to take it from here.
You bet. Thank you very much. And thank you for having us here. We're very excited and very excited to have Charm and the practitioners join us in what we're doing as far as Zymogen and Wholescripts. So I am Senior Vice President. I do a lot with the representatives, work very close with Brian Jr. Dr. Munro and the marketing team and the executive team as well, just to come up with ideas. What can make us a better company? And this is just so true. Zymogen listens to customers' needs to drive decisions through bottom-up leadership mentality. I've been in the industry almost 30 years now and been with Zymogen since its inception about 20 years ago. And sitting down talking with Brian Sr. when I was coming on board, he goes, we need to do board of advisor meetings. We need to do TLC meetings. We need to see what our doctors want, what their patients want. And also we want to get, some of the best representatives out there in the country and see, what's lacking out there. What do people need? So it was all about, let's build Zymogen based on what is needed and not how much money we can make or anything like a typical company. We want to do something a little bit different. Okay. Zymogen provides in-house world-class manufacturing, and that's the truth. Everything we do, just like Brian had talked about before, is everything's underneath one building or two buildings now, as far as our printing and everything like that. So we don't have to waste any time. We're very efficient and makes it very cost efficient as far as bringing pharmaceutical type grade products out there. So it's nice to have all that. Turnkey in-house manufacturing allows incorporation of expensive ingredients and delivery of the highest quality product at competitive price points, because outsourcing is unnecessary. Everything, if you have a small change in one of the formulas and you have to throw away all those labels and then you have to redo all those labels, that can take a long time. This is all done in-house, and you're going to see some of the great delivery systems we have because of the cleanliness and what we can do as far as world-class manufacturing. Ultimately, this impacts patient health with increased convenience, compliance, and results. And you're going to see how we can increase convenience very, very efficiently, compliance, and like I said, help with results. And you're going to see exactly some ways that we can keep patients involved for 14 months or longer. Zymogen provides humidity and temperature control facilities to uphold product quality before shipment and after shipment too. We make sure any other partners we deal with, we have room temperature controlled holding facilities. Zymogen's manufacturing facility and fulfillment centers are climate controlled to ensure proper storage of heat and moisture for sensitive dietary supplements. This allows the opportunity for a variety of stable delivery options, and it ensures you're making the best product possible. Zymogen heard the demand for tailored supplement needs. Patients wanted individualized treatment options to eliminate the juggling of multiple bottles. Doctors wanted to customize patient care. We listened. It took forever for us to make this, but it's such a great platform that we can have internally. Med packs are personalized daily dose packs that are targeted supplements. And here again, we still do a lot of bottles and sell a lot of bottles, but what if you can make that core basis of what you do in a med pack with your medications so they can take it on an ongoing basis? Really handy. Easy, portable, convenient. Running out of town, you can grab your AM, PM packs for 2 or 3 days, and you can throw it in your suitcase, backpack, whatever you need. So it definitely gets you better compliance. We've seen people that have stayed on programs for 2 to 4 months with bottles, and it can be 10 to 14 months when you're doing a med pack. So you can choose the specific times of the day, AM, PM, midday. You can create unique protocols. You can incorporate Zymogen and some of our third-party brands, and you can reduce plastic waste. Now, this is unbelievable. We are able to actually take some of these med packs and put them in a private label box. So it can basically look exactly like what you do in your office as far as your care. These can set out on the counter and remind people of, your office and what you're able to do. So this is kind of the first time you've ever seen anything like this. Private label med pack boxes are very easy to do, and it's a big part of our business, and we've been very successful at that. Okay, now we wanted to simplify this convenience too, and this is coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks, so it's really good timing. We've made some condition-specific med packs. Let's say you want the optimal Zymogen formulas or other formulas from Wholescripts as far as immune or gut or sleep or anything like that. If you don't know what those are, we've already put that together for you. And these are pre-made and ready to go. And you can send these as a recommendation right to your patients. Zymogen heard the need for convenience. Patients wanted products shipped conveniently in one order. Doctors wanted less inventory burden. Zymogen's listened, and now, just like Brian said, we have 400 exclusive Zymogen formulas. We have med packs. We have customizable med packs, and then we have private label med packs. We have over 1,000 products from other brands. This is all for the convenience of our customers, that they can recommend these to their patients, and the pharmaceutical products at rock bottom prices, combined in the med packs. This is what makes us unique. This is what makes us different. You're not going to find Zymogen on a lot of other platforms, but you're definitely not going to find the opportunity to make med packs, private label med packs, and include a pharmaceutical product on those, in those as well. So very exciting to work with Charm on this and be integrated. Through high quality supplements, we prescribe conventional medications electronically from the convenience of your CharmHealth platform. All this is available from your CharmHealth platform. They do a great job, and we're so happy to be working with them. As the internet grows, you have to follow your brand and see what's going on. We not only follow a brand, we increase traceability on this. We're one of the only companies to do this. Healthcare providers wanted us to offer their patients high quality trusted formulas. Zymogen listened, and we put together an EPV system. So we track and trace every single bottle. Formulas are available through licensed practitioners at our lowest MSRP price, but they can't be discounted at another price. If we find someone discounting or selling at a lower price that they're not supposed to be, we'll just shut them off. We don't allow them to be our customer anymore. So we control that. We make sure that we have an MSRP price, and we have the MAP pricing for prices that are actually online. EPV provides an electronic record, allowing the capability to track, trace, and shut down illegal sales. And most of all, always authentic, never counterfeit. We have been one of the first companies to really optimize the ability to do private label options. So any of our Zymogen formulas are available as a private label too. So this makes it very, very easy. It's a very low bottle count to get started, and we get it out very, very fast to you guys, so you don't have to wait long for the labels and everything to be put on the product. We actually pre-make it. It's called private label now. It's in stock and usually ships out within 2, 3, maybe 4 days once your labels on your products are in our facility. Zymogen listens. This is really great because a lot of companies come up with this upper echelon of products, but the science is fantastic, and sometimes it doesn't sell well in other avenues. But we've taken a couple things like BioSil. It's choline orthosilicylic acid, and it's basically meant for beauty protein. It increases hair, skin, nails, and it's one of these products, once your customers get on it, they don't get off. It didn't go over all that great when it was over the counter, but when we started talking about the science of it and how it works, people got very excited about it. And like I said, once you get your patients on it, they don't get off of it. It's just one of our best formulas, and they're a great partner to deal with. It's very hard to find, and we are one of the only suppliers out there. Maximal fish oils from Neptune are highly bioavailable, third-party certified fish oils that comply with strict international fish oil standards. This is one of those things that is our best-selling product, and Dr. Munro is going to go through all the technology and the science with this. It's great. You basically take less fish oils, easy absorbed fish oils, and the outcomes are absolutely fantastic as far as what you get with that. So the compliance is wonderful. A lot of people don't like to take 4 soft gels, a day on an ongoing basis. We've got an option that works extremely well, better than anything else out there. We also, when we talked about all of our advanced packaging to help with convenience, we do a lot of this. You can see This helps protect formula integrations, improve patient compliance, and reduce use of plastics. These on the right-hand side are the nitrogen purged packets, and that reduces oxygen and removes moisture and water vapor from the capsule cavity to protect against degradation. Allows the user to dispense one capsule at a time without exposing the remaining contents. This is great for optimal formula integrity. Our probiotics, most of our probiotics, we do the blister packs, and it works extraordinarily well because you're just popping out 1 or 2 capsules at a time. You're not opening a bottle. You're not letting moisture, air, and all that stuff go in there. So it keeps the integrity of the formula better for a longer period of time. Also very convenient for traveling. Put it in your briefcase if you're going to work. You can also take a couple sleeves of those over there, put it in your work so you can take them later in the day, whatever you need to do. And it reduces the impact of plastics on the environment, which we continually do and support the Clean Seas initiative. Some of the other technologies we have out there, and this is a couple of other top selling products on the side. One of them is one packet, make it easier for you to ensure patient compliance. So OptiCleanse GHI is a detox beverage, 26 grams of protein. This one is vanilla, sugar, stevia free, made with monk fruit. GHI stands for gastrointestinal, hepatic, and inflammatory. It's a great tasting powdered beverage. And it comes with 10 single servings in there. Makes it very convenient. If you're going to take one after the gym, you can throw it in your with a little shaker cup. You can throw it in your gym bag. You're ready to go. You don't have to open up a big tub, take scoops out, put it in something, and go from there. It makes it much easier. Those are single serving packets, and then also we have the single serve sachets. ATP ignites something really neat. You guys have to try this. It is actually a very slow release caffeine with a lot of B12 in there to help kind of restore your cortisol levels and everything if you've been abusing other types of caffeine. It has a multivitamin, multi-mineral. It also has S-acetylglutathione in there, which is your main antioxidant that controls everything. And it's convenient. You can take those, you can throw them in your car, whatever you need to, rip the top off, pour it in a water bottle, you're good to go. Kids like them too, and really it's better because no sugar. It's not like a Monster or a soda or something like that. And a lot of people turn to this as something that helps them keep them going during the afternoon and not getting a bunch of sugar at the same time. Now, the best thing about us is our team. Brian talked about that as far as we have like 400 plus employees. We have 60 representatives out there, just like little pharma reps, 10 years of tenure in the supplement industry. And they can come in and help get everything going for you. You can do staff training on the products. They can integrate supplements in the practice, develop an e-commerce. Med Corporation, we can actually put templates together so you can have each different med packs that you want, so you can really easy send those out, and you can set up private label formulas and stuff. So they're your partners. If you have a condition that you're having trouble dealing with and maybe not getting the best results, we can get with you and find out the best things we can use from our line or any of our third-party lines to get the best results. Very talented group of people, and they work very, very hard. So with that said, I am going to turn it over to our medical director, Dr. James Munro.
Thank you very much. And I will steal these slides. If you could stop your share, and then I will take over. Okay, here we go. So I never thought that I would get in this industry. I had no intention of being involved in nutraceutical manufacturing or anything like that. My story is probably very familiar to a lot of you. I, over and over again, would see patients and we'd do a full medical history, a full workup, and we'd even do some screening labs. And the conclusion would be something like, gosh, you really definitely need B12. And they would say something like, I've been taking B12 for the last 9 months. Come to find out they were taking a product that came from their local grocery store, just subpar, may not have even had any B12 in there. So we switched them over to a good product and they start getting better. That happened so many times. And in my practice, I started leaning more and more on Zymogen products. because they worked. I could trust them. And at some point they needed some help in the office. And I was like, yeah, hire me immediately. So I jumped in there. Zymogen has been unbelievable so far. And I'm incredibly honored to now be serving as the medical director for the past about year and a half or so. So I want to talk to you about what is different about the quality. Why are Zymogen products different than the stuff that you get at the local grocery store? And so one thing to note is everyone says that the nutraceutical industry is unregulated. There's no oversight. And that's only sort of half true. There is actually very strict regulations that are required that every manufacturer follow by the FDA. But the thing is, the FDA only inspects or audits about 25% of nutraceutical manufacturers, which means 75% of the manufacturers out there are just kind of doing what they want. And I can promise you, and there's a lot of data to back this up, that they are not all doing it right. And sometimes they get caught by the FDA, but most times they don't get caught by the FDA. That's a big problem. So we make sure that we go above and beyond with all quality control standards. We definitely meet FDA regulations. And to prove that to you, because we know we're doing everything right, obviously, because we're doing it. But to prove it to you, we go with a third-party certification. You may be familiar with NSF, which is one of the most respected third-party auditors that looks at GMP compliance. And they have very strict standards. And unlike the 25% auditing rate of the FDA, NSF audits everybody twice a year without fail. They go through every single thing we have, every document, every raw material, our assays, our testing methods. They go into our bathrooms, they go into our storage closets. Everything is inspected twice a year. And honestly, it's not something that we really worry about too much. It's just sort of, come on in, take a look, give us your stamp so we can prove to everyone that we're doing the best that we can. And we have kind of the same thing with USDA organic. You can throw USDA organic on your label, and it would probably be a very long time that if anyone ever found out that you weren't actually USDA organic. So to get around that and make sure that you can trust that we are officially organic, we go with another third-party organic certification, SCS. That's an international leader in that organic certification. And so these things, we know we're doing it right. We do these things to prove it to you. So there is no 75% chance that we haven't been audited. We are audited twice a year, every year, by our own volunteering. So we have rigorous testing protocols in place that really go above and beyond the GMP guidelines. But we test those raw materials when they come in. We test during the manufacturing process, and of course, we test our final finished goods. And we have certificates of analysis available for every single bottle of every single product that comes out of our manufacturing facility, which means if you hold up a bottle and you say, show me the tests for this, I can show you the test results for that specific bottle of capsules or gel caps or whatever you have. Everything. You can always just call headquarters and say, I have this bottle, and there's a lot number on the bottom of it that can identify it for you. And they'll email you the certificates of analysis. You can talk to your sales rep. A lot of ways to make this very easy. And there's actually even easier ways that we'll get to in just a second. But we are testing all the way through and even after things are manufactured and sent out. Really, the first thing that we're thinking about is safety. These are the safest products available. We make sure that we're testing all the way through. We also have on the label formulated to exclude, which in that list will include all of the major commonly recognized allergens. And if, for example, we have wheat, gluten, eggs, nuts, shellfish, dairy, on this, if that is found on the formulated to exclude list, it is not in the formula. It is not used anywhere in the manufacturing process. There is no possible way that wheat is in the formula if it's in here. We are extremely strict with that. So strict, in fact, that sometimes there are some random materials that don't show up on there. And you're like, wait, is this in there? And the real answer is no, not really. But we potentially have a contamination somewhere down the manufacturing line. So we just make sure that it's not there. So that's something to just help you know that you are giving your patient exactly what they need. And if there's an allergen that's not listed, it's not a commonly recognized allergen, again, let us know, give us a call, and we can tell you exactly what's in there, or if it is or is not in there. And when it comes to standards, we will reject formulas. And if you ever see a Zymogen product go on back order, I promise you that we could have avoided that back order and not even lost our NSF certification but it would have compromised our quality standards. And so our standards are above that of NSF. So if you see a back order and that is frustrating to you, trust that it's frustrating to us too. And we could have avoided it. We could have used a subpar material that we didn't vet or trust and put it in there and sent it out, but we do not do that. So we'll put things on back order if we need to. And then of course we have that EPV, so we can track and trace every bottle that's out there. We guarantee potencies throughout expiration date. We have real-time data. We do stability testing. So when you have a bottle in your hand, we also have a bottle from that same lot. We're regularly testing it. We're also putting it in a chamber that accelerates that aging process. And we're testing that too, to make sure that it's withstanding and meeting those label claims all the way through the expiration date. And quite honestly, very often well beyond those expiration dates. But we definitely, absolutely always guarantee up until that expiration date. We built our entire manufacturing facility around probiotics, probiotics being among the most fragile raw materials that are out there. So we have very strict humidity control, temperature control, and this has allowed us to do some really cool things with various different formulas. One of the newer ones, we combine glucoraphanin with myrosinase, which if there is any moisture in the air whatsoever and you put those together, converts into sulforaphane, breaks down in metabolites, and it's not helpful. So because we have this very strict humidity and temperature controlled manufacturing environment, we can combine these really delicate materials together to make really incredible formulas. We use clinically relevant doses. There's a common term that I hear, maybe it's an industry term, but window dressing, right? We don't just like toss 3 milligrams of quercetin in a formula so then quercetin shows up on the label. We're using stuff that has the doses that are found in research studies that are used by practicing physicians. We're not just putting things in there to make it look good. We're using stuff that actually works. And not only are we making sure that our formulations are top-notch and raw materials are great, but we make sure that that formula gets to the place that it needs to get. And I can go really deep into this one. We have a couple basic things I just want to touch on. HPMC, also known as hypermellose capsules. Those are made from plant fiber, primarily pine and spruce trees. And then we also have acid resistance HPMC capsules for some of our probiotics and some other various formulas. You don't want them breaking down in the stomach necessarily. You want to get them further down the GI tract. We also have enteric-coated soft gels we use for things like fish oils. And then we have controlled release technology that we use for things like alpha-lipoic acid or melatonin, and a couple different things that you might want to slowly trickle into the bloodstream as opposed to getting that big bolus dose. So we have a handful of different delivery methods. So we're also thinking about that with our formulations as well. Not only is it the perfect formula, but we're also making sure it's getting to the right place in the GI tract and getting into the bloodstream at the rate that we want it to get in there. So what does this actually mean for you? I want to take a look at this product, Omega Monopure 1300 EC, which is our fish oil, one of our best sellers. And if you look on the lower right side of the body, you'll see IFOS on there. We'll talk about that in just a moment. When it comes to fish oils, it has to be broken down before it can be absorbed into the enterocytes. We have large lipid droplets, and this would include triglyceride oils, ethyl ester oils, phospholipids. They're mixed with bile salts broken down into micelles, and then lipases break that up further into free fatty acids and monoacyl glyceride oils, which are ultimately absorbed into the enterocytes. So what we have is the potential for an absorption-ready fat. Triglycerides and ethyl esters, like I mentioned, need to be emulsified and broken down. We have a proprietary blend of Maximil called a Maximil omega-3 monoacyl glyceride oil. It's basically a pre-digested fat, so it's going to get straight into the enterocytes instead of needing to go through that breakdown process. Individuals with gallbladder issues or fat absorption issues definitely have trouble with, obviously, triglyceride oils by those mechanisms we just looked at. But most folks actually benefit very much so by a better absorbed fat. And this is done in a very kind of exactly how it happens in the body. It's an enzymatic process. So this is kind of a ridiculous example, but you're just throwing that fish oil in a pot, throwing the enzymes in there, stirring it up, and it's breaking down. So we're not doing some like strange chemical thing here. It's just a very natural enzymatic process. At very low temperatures, that's worth noting. We obviously don't want to be heating up fish oils, and protected by inert gases. And for my chemistry nerds out there, you will know that inert gases really don't react with anything. So that gives us a little layer between oxygen and the fish oil process that's happening there. So this is a very safe, very environmentally friendly, and very effective way of breaking down those fish oils, those omega-3 fatty acids, into those monoacyl glycerides. And here's what it looks like in practice. This is a comparison between Maximil fish oil and an ethyl ester fish oil. So when it comes to max concentration, we have about 3 times the concentration of the monoacyl glyceride versus the ethyl ester. Time to maximum concentration is pretty significantly decreased in the monoacyl glyceride group. And ultimately, the area under the curve is about 3 times higher in the monoacyl glyceride group as opposed to the ethyl ester group. The takeaway, 3.1 times more absorbable. Pretty great. So we will take a look at what that really means. This is a patient, and I have countless numbers of these. And if you're not familiar with Omega Quant, that's a really awesome way to measure the omega-3 fatty acid index. But you can see on the left, 7.33%, which is kind of in that borderline, went a little bit higher than that. After 1 month of 2 soft gels twice a day, they bumped up to 12.5%, which is almost off the chart. So at that point, we could drop that dose and just look at that maintenance level. So that's 1 month, and we got them well into those optimal ranges. And this is really the magic here, because we can get those levels that we just saw using ethyl esters, triglycerides. It just takes a lot more. So when it comes to, I'm just going to jump straight down to neurological health. Those clinically researched doses are 5 to 10 grams per day. So to hit those same levels, because we have that higher absorption rate of the monoacyl glyceride oils, about 2 to 4 soft gels a day is going to hit those same plasma concentrations that you would get with the 5 to 10 grams per day. So 2 to 4 soft gels a day is hitting those high therapeutic doses, which is awesome. And so here's a couple of specific products. Like I mentioned originally, the 1300, it's called that because there's 1300 milligrams of the fish oil. It's standardized to EPA, DHA, and DPA. And then we also have half-size bottle for the 650. So all exactly the same, but just a smaller soft gel for if you want a smaller dose, or if you just simply want a smaller soft gel as well. And we have a handful of others as well. We have a DHA-focused monopure. We have an EPA-focused monopure. We're also using these monopure oils to emulsify things like curcumin and hemp extract and things like that to increase the absorption of those materials as well. And as I mentioned, so this is an example of a certificate of analysis, but with our fish oils, we are IFOS certified, International Fish Oil Standard certified, which means that you don't have to call us for this. This is online. You can go to this website, certifications.nutrisource.ca, and pick out your lot, the lot number that you have for the bottle that you have, and you'll get these test results. And I'd like to point out that, let's say mercury, for example, the specification is 0.1 parts per million, and the batch results is less than 0.005 parts per million. So we are smashing what is required by IFOS certification even. This is available for every single bottle of every fish oil online. You don't even need to call us for this. Of course, if you call us, we have it as well, so we can get it to you just the same. So that's all I have. Any questions? I think I see some in the chat.
Thanks again for your time. That was very, very, very nice of you guys to get with us today and learn more about Zymogen and Wholescripts. And I'm sure that we can find a way to help you and your clinic and your patients out in some way. So if you want to reach out to me or anybody else, I've put my contact information in there, and I'll be more than happy to help you in any way.
This would conclude our webinar with Wholescripts. I want to thank our expert guests for sharing their very thorough tour of Zymogen and the insights of the Wholescripts way of dispensing. It was truly an honor to host this conversation on this cutting edge topic of supplement dispensary. We hope you all found this information valuable and informative, and it'll help you explore new possibilities for improving your patient care and outcomes. If you have any further questions, as you know, you have Mike Mahoney's email and phone number. And if you'd like to learn more about Wholescripts, please don't hesitate to reach out to them. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Dr. Munro. Thank you, Brian. for all participating and explaining your product today and your service. We look forward to hosting many more engaging webinars like this one. And thank you all for joining.
Thanks so much.